Hello children, good morning. In this video, we are going to study about the meaning of global warming and the effects of global warming. Now, what do you mean by global warming? Global warming refers to the increase in the average temperature of the earth. Means when the temperature of the earth, when the average temperature of the earth increases, resulting from the emission of greenhouse gases. Why the temperature increases? Because of the emission of greenhouse gases, especially carbon dioxide, which traps the heat of the sun. Because you know that carbon dioxide generally traps the heat from the sun. Okay, as it traps the heat from the sun, it makes our environment much more warmer. It increases the heat on the surface. That is why this is called as global warming. Now, you know that because of industrialization, urbanization, deforestation, this thing is rapidly increasing. And you know that nowadays you can see people are using, in each and every house you can find AC. AC uses chlorofluorocarbons and it is also harmful for the environment. It also, you can say, contribute to the global warming. Now, what are the effects of the global warming? Means what happens due to global warming? Number one is global warming has led to the melting of glaciers. You know that the northern part of our country is basically the mountainous region, and that too it contains snow, it contains glacier, it contains ice, and because of the heat in this temperature, because of the heat in the environment, and because of the global warming, glaciers are melting. And even these glaciers are unable to, you can say, means you cannot see glaciers nowadays. These glaciers ensure critical water supplies to the dry countries like Mongolia, Western China, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. If this glacier is lost, then it will have a great impact on the ecosystem. Is it clear? Next is global warming also increases the sea level, because you know glaciers are melting and all the water comes down to the sea or the river, and the water level in the sea increases, and the rise in the sea level would lead to flooding. Okay, where there is a low land, it gets flooded easily, and also loss of land because of the coastal erosion. This lowland area gets, you can say, waterlogged, and this creates flooding and erosion of the coastal areas. Next is loss of coastal land. If there is a loss of coastal land, it will have a great impact on the economic life of the people, because you know that a large population resides in the coastal area, and if there is permanent flooding there, people have to migrate from the coastal areas to some other place. This will completely change their economic life, because you know that in the coastal area they either do fishing or they do whatever job related to your coastal benefits. But if this permanent settlement is lost, then they will have a huge, or they will have a great impact. Next is global warming also leads to the widespread change in the global temperature. In some areas there is an increase in rainfall, and other areas are facing shortage of rainfall, and this will have a great effect on the agriculture and natural vegetation. Next is, because of the change in the global temperature, patterns would lead to change in the redistribution of plants and animals since they adapt to different climatic and geographical conditions. You know that each and every animal species as well as plant species adapt themselves to the environment. If there is continuously rise in the global temperature, then it will be very problematic for the animals as well as the plants to adapt themselves in that particular situation. And because of this, there can be chances of deterioration of plant and animal species. Next is shifting climatic zones, changes in vegetation zones, rising sea level, and flooding of coastal areas may result in major species extinctions. There are huge varieties or there are large varieties of species present in the coastal areas, and if this shift in climate and if this shift in vegetation zones and if this condition of rising sea level will continue, then there are the chances of the extinction of these species. Next is global climatic change will affect global food security in many places, because you know that because of the flooding, because of the waterlogging, there is erosion of soil and all. And if there will be erosion of soils, then crops cannot grow properly, and if the crops do not grow properly, there can be shortage of crops or shortage of food in the major parts of the country. And these are the conditions or these are the effects of global warming in the environment. That's all for today. Thank you. Bye bye.